Hey guys, welcome back to another snapshot video. So today 20W46A got released, the second 1.17 snapshot, and the highlight of the snapshot is the new type of snow that got added. We have powder snow in the game now. More about the powder snow later. Let's first check out some of the changes that were done to the features that got added in last week's snapshot. So we got new textures for blocks and items. So here are the blocks for new texture, calcite, the amethyst blocks, cut copper, the lightning rod, and the tinted glass, which is a bit more purple now, so it really shows that it comes from crafting amethyst shards into the tinted glass. And here we got the items that look a bit different, most noticeably the candle and the bundle. It's also a change to the bundle in the UI. You can now, if you just hover over it, see what's inside of the bundle. But apart from that, it still works the same. So you empty it by right-clicking and can put items in there by right-clicking on it. As a side note, it would also be nice if the shulker box would get the same treatment. It would also be really helpful to see at a glance what's inside of a shulker box. It's definitely a lot better than having an incomplete list. A lot of mods already added that, but it would be super nice if you would finally also get that in vanilla. Right, then one more change that was done to the field of vision of the spyglass. Instead of being a circle, it's now a rectangle. And two more important changes. So the cost of the copper blocks was reduced. You only need 4 ingots now to craft 1 copper block instead of 9 like before. And then the range of the lightning rod was also increased. So it's 128 blocks now instead of 64. You can cover a really large area with this. Now let's talk about the new type of snow that got added, the powder snow, which you can place down by using a powder snow bucket. If you want to build something large out of this could get quite annoying because the powder snow bucket is a non-stackable item. Okay, so you can also use a bucket again to collect the powder snow block. Let's quickly go to survival mode and let's bucket the snow again so you can place this and pick it up again as often as you want. Then you can also use a dispenser to place it. So it's another block we can place automatically and also collect it again. Not quite sure what this will be useful for, but it's definitely very interesting. Right, so what does the powder snow do? Well, it's a trap block. So here we got some normal snow. You can see the slight difference in texture. Got 4 powder snow blocks here in the middle. If you quickly walk over this, especially in a snow biome, probably won't notice it. And yeah, you could fall through it if you walk over it. It's also noteworthy that you can't put snow layers on top of powder snow. So this would help to hide the trap even better. There's also a way how you can protect yourself against powder snow. You can wear leather boots. This enables you to just walk over it. Apart from the player, other entities are also affected by the powder snow. So like cobwebs, the falling speed of entities is decreased, but not quite as much. So this is definitely quite interesting. You can see villagers would be affected and gravity blocks as well. Try sand. So slowly go through the powder snow. Powder snow can also kill you or other entities. So here we got a villager that is trapped in powder snow, but very slowly get killed by it. So if you stand inside of powder snow, your field of vision slowly decreases and you get the freezing overlay here on the side of the screen. And after a while, you would also start to take damage. This can be decreased by wearing leather armor, but not fully negated. So each piece of leather armor you wear will slow down the freezing a little bit. I was wondering if hot mobs like the blaze would be killed by the powder snow a bit quicker, but it's definitely not the case. So they react pretty much like the villager. Also noteworthy, powder snow will not melt if there's a light source nearby. Let's also check real quick if mobs can pathfind over powder snow. So if you could make a trap for the mobs. So we have a zombified piglin. It's definitely attracted here with a turtle axe. Tries to stomp it, but it can't pathfind over the powder snow. When I actually heard about the powder snow the first time, I thought it would be kind of intended replacement for the trapdoor mechanic, which we normally use to trap mobs. But yeah, it seems like it doesn't work that way. You need to keep using the trapdoors. So the second 1.17 snapshot, and it's the second time we get a new type of cauldron. So after the lava cauldron, we have now a snow cauldron as well, which is also related how you can actually obtain the powder snow. But let's check out the cauldron first. So it does have 3 levels. It's also called powder snow cauldron. You can also use the bucket on it to get the powder snow out, and you can put it back. At the moment, it seems like there's really no way to put any snow with a lower level into the cauldron. So if you would have, for example, a snow layer item, you can't put it in there. Only buckets would work on it. But yeah, let's actually check out how you can actually get the powder snow in survival mode. It involves those cauldrons and snow. So there's actually going to be quite a slow process. If it's snowing, then there is a chance that a cauldron would be filled up with 1 level of snow. And once you get to the 3 levels of snow, you can take it out. So here we got 1300 cauldrons. As you can see, this is rather a slow process. Basically uses, I think, the same code as the snow layer generation. It's also not affected, by the way, by light, so you could have a light source right next to the cauldron, but still generate. Like the generation of snow layers on normal blocks, the snow layer generation, the cauldrons, is also not affected by the random tick speed. As you can see, if I set this multiple times higher, this won't affect it at all. So in order to obtain a lot of powder snow, you need a lot of cauldrons. So you could make a huge field like we have here, and then just wait and manually harvest it afterwards. But it's still quite annoying because the powder snow bucket is not stackable. There's one downside, and the idea for an AFK farm is probably something like this, just in a much larger scale, that a player sits in a minecart, the inventory is completely filled with stuff, and you would just aim up at the cauldrons. There we go. Got one that was filled. And then you probably have some, below all of that, you probably have some pickup system for the items. So will probably be the idea for the AFK farm. Yeah, definitely a lot of iron required if you need a lot of powdered snow. Okay, so you had the same idea, and wandering snow golems wandering over the cauldrons will not generate snow layers inside of the cauldrons. Also, you can't right-click snow layers into the cauldron. Also, similar to water and lava buckets, a dispenser can't put snow into a cauldron or take it out. I have 3 more tests. First, can we power powder snow? Answer is no. Can we move it? Also negative. What happens if we try to push in a block for piston? Yeah, it breaks the powder snow. And then last, also fluids will destroy the powder snow. And one more change, endermites that were summoned with a command or created with a spawn egg will also now attract endermen. Previously this wasn't the case, only endermites that came from throwing ender pearls would attract the endermen, or we used the special command with a dot attack to get those, but now you can just use a spawning egg. I actually always got a lot of comments on my enderman farm videos where people, they complained about this. So in case you're cheating with your enderman farm, you can now do so with the spawning eggs. So that's all for today. Thanks guys for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.